Welcome to BizFlow Tutorials. In this video, I'm going to cover firearm acquisition through third-party transfers. Let's get started. A third-party transfer occurs when your business facilitates the transfer of a firearm from one consumer, in this case the seller, to another consumer, the buyer. The only fee you would be charging would be a transfer fee. To begin, I will discuss the different configurations associated with third-party transfers. Starting from the dashboard, head over to the options on the left and click on the Order Management tab. From here, click on Third-Party Transfer. If this is not available, you can navigate to the Configuration tab by clicking on Configuration, then Policies from the dropdown. Then, under the Functionality tab, you can make sure Third-Party Transfer is accessible under the Order Management tab. If any changes have been made, make sure you save that information. Then, you can go back to the Third-Party Transfer tab under Order Management and select it. As you arrive at the screen, you will see that there are three tabs, one for Open Transfers, Close Transfers, and Configuration. Starting with the Configuration tab, there are two defaults that can be set up. The first default asks if a confirmation is required to be signed by the seller, and the second asks if a confirmation is required to be signed by the buyer. Check these if they apply, then click Save. Additionally, you can click on the FFL Bound Book tab. This will bring you to a new page, and from here, click on Configuration. On this page, under the section labeled Transfer to Customer, Transfer Fee Services, you will have the option to select the services that need to be included in the POS to facilitate the collection of all associated fees. If any changes have been made, click Save. Going back to the third-party transfer, under Order Management, we can start to make a new transfer. First, we need to create a new third-party transfer by clicking on the green Add button. Then fill out any information needed, such as the date and status. You can start by entering information for the From customer. First, search for the customer in your database as you would in the POS or calendar. If not, you can click on the blue Quick Add button to add a new customer. Make sure the customer's current address is entered. Now that the information for the From customer is added, let us assume for the time being that the buyer is not immediately available. We can add the product with the Add Product button. If the product is one that you currently carry, you can search for it and then check the box beside it. To continue with this process, click on Next. At this point, we just have to add the serial number. Once you are done, save this information. If it is a firearm that you do not carry, click on the New Product button. Fill out the firearm's required information, and you must update all the ATF required information for the firearm. Any other information for the firearm or the transaction that is available, and then put the product serial number. Once you are done, click Save. If you have configured a third-party transfer to get a signature from the seller, you will see a button for Get Authorization at Kiosk in blue and Get Authorization here in green on the screen. You will need to get the authorization to complete the acquisition of the firearm. Once the authorization is obtained, the firearm will be saved in the database with the pending status, implying pending transfer. When the buyer is available, you can go back into this Open Transfer and edit the information relating to the Customer tab. Select the customer, whether they are a returning customer or a new customer. Make sure their address is accurately displayed. If not, you have the option to change or add it with the blue button on the right. Once completed, you must save this information. You will see a grayed out checkout button appear to the left of it. You will see a checkbox prompting you to ensure that a 4473 has been completed for the buyer. You should check the box only and when the 4473 process has been completed. Click on the checkout button when that is done to complete the transaction. This will put you in the POS. Here a pop-up will appear, and make sure you select the option Yes, Transfer to Customer with a transfer fee only. Then proceed to checkout. If all fields are properly marked, then you can select if the customer is paying with cash, check, or credit card. Fill out any information regarding that payment type. Then once completed, click on the Checkout button. This will then bring you to the invoice, and from here the customer has the option to sign the pickup confirmation on the screen or at the kiosk. Let's assume the customer is going to confirm their pickup on the screen. Click on the button and have them fill out their first and last name, following their signature. Save when this is completed. Then you can save and close. To view that this information was properly updated in the Bound Book, click on the FFL Bound Book tab. Then click on Bound Book from the options on the left. Select Primary. Then here you can see that the most recently updated acquisition and disposition have been filled in. This completes a tutorial on how to acquire and dispose, also known as transferring a firearm through a third-party transfer in BizFlow. Thank you for watching.